Hey, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to Up North and Next Door. I'm Gary.
And I'm Jer.
Yeah. And we're here to talk about... Cut it out. We're here to talk about things and stuff.
Stuff and things.
Yeah. And we like to open the show with our own personal crap or wonderful things. But for me, crap. Jared's probably was wonderful things during the week. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is how furnaces are stupid. No.
They are stupid when they don't work.
When they don't work. My furnace right now does not work. It's fine. My house is well insulated and I have plenty of space heaters, but trying to
staying warm.
Yeah, trying to get the thing fixed has been a bitch. I had to I bought a part I thought it was, and it wasn't it. It was like the igniter. It's starting and then it runs, but the burners don't light. And everything is working across the board, except I think the gas isn't getting to it. So pretty sure it's one of those, that gas module.
Gas valve.
Gas valve, yeah. So
yeah,
got someone coming over tomorrow to look at it and hopefully fix it on the spot, because we're supposed to get colder this week. So we'll talk about that later. But I just last Thursday I just got up, I was sitting there working and I got out of my chair and went out to the hallway, and the temperature was a lot lower than we had it set for on the thermostat, and it said heat on, and I'm like, no, there's
nothing coming out. That's the worst. I've been there, man.
Yeah, it's terrible. I cleaned everything, pulled stuff apart, cleaned it, put it back. It just needs a professional. But anyways,
check the air filter.
Yeah, air filter I replaced less than a month ago. So I'm good. I'm dealing with that. This past weekend, I got my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Magic Card deck, my Commander Precon in the mail, and I used it on Saturday night, and I ended up winning the game. 4-player Commander match, and that deck it's crazy. I got it, and I looked through the deck, and I was like, seems like they just wanted to throw every character imaginable into a deck. It doesn't seem like any of them do this kind of the same thing.
Okay.
And I talked to the guy because I wanted to get sleeves for it. So I went to the game store and I talked to the guy there, and I was like, did you get that thing? And he's like, yeah, I got it. I can't wait to play it. And I was like, I haven't played it either, but I don't, does it synergize? And he's like, oh yeah. He goes, it's artifacts, +1/+1 counters. That's all in there, and tokens. Those are all in that deck. And he was right. I couldn't believe how well everything. Every time it was my turn, I started casting things. Everybody at the table was like, "Oh,
nice."
So,
way to dominate.
Well, what's funny is I could have won the game much earlier than I did, but I didn't realize one of my lands had a second ability to make any mutant, turtle, or ninja creature type unblockable. So that's how I killed the biggest threat at the table, and then my next turn came around, I killed the other two. But my life did not get below 20 because my commander's Leonardo, and he give your creatures lifelink. Everybody else was like 10 or less towards the end, and I was like at 39.
Nice.
Yeah, that thing is awesome. I already ordered cards to upgrade the deck and everything. I can't wait.
Of course you did.
Well, it was only $10. It's when a set comes out, when it first comes out, you can usually get the cards really easily. So I got everything, and I ordered everything in one bundle. save on shipping and
Sweet.
and I'm keeping it Ninja Turtle themed. I'm not going outside of the Ninja Turtle universe with it. So.
Who's your favorite Ninja Turtle?
In the cartoon and the movies is Raphael.
Same.
He is awesome. In the cartoon, he is hilarious.
Yeah.
And I like in the movie is how he's just got that short temper and everything. I always like
right.
And I like his weapon.
Yeah, the Sai.
Yeah. In all the video games, especially the NES game, Donatello all the way because he's got the biggest weapon, so it's easier to kill everything. Yep, that is what she said. So. As you can see, I am a little under the weather, so I might cough.
How dare you?
And things. The last thing I want to talk about happened today. Do you know what this is, Jer?
That is a remote control.
Yeah. I don't know if you can see this. See what's on the end of that? What does that look like? Looks like someone's been biting at it. Yeah. My mom's dog bit the shit out of this. This is the remote for her kitchen TV. And she has this, and then she's got the cable company remote that actually changes the channels.
Okay.
This just turns it on and off. And that fucker bit this part of it enough so that it doesn't even fucking turn on and off. I logged off of work today at 1:30 because I needed to lay down. I was not feeling well. I laid down for 15 minutes and my mom was calling me saying her TVs don't work. Because as soon as one TV doesn't work, she brings all the remotes from that TV to the other room and then nothing works. And so I went over there, and as soon as I saw this, I was seeing red. I was pissed.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, let's see what we can do. And I took this and I smacked it against the table about 10 times. And all of a sudden it turned the TV on. And I said, there you go, Mom, TV's on. Then I tried to turn it off. It wouldn't turn it off. I said, well, I guess you're watching TV in the kitchen forever because I can't get it turned off. I don't know what to tell you. I was really pissed. So I said, just leave it on for now. We'll figure it out later. I get home. I was going to lay down. I was like, I'm not going to be able to sleep while because she's going to call me.
Oh, yeah.
So I went to Target. Target's got, I'm sure all sorts of places have universal remotes are about $10. You can get a decent one for $10. I bought 3 of them and I bought a huge mountain of batteries for them. And I went back over there. I programmed a new remote for just turning it on and off. That was easy. Yeah. Then I found out you can program them for taking care of the cable part.
Sure. Yep.
So I'm pretty stoked about that. So I took the 2 that we weren't going to use and I brought them back home. So now if that little shit eats that one, I got a spare. But dude,
that little shit.
He is the cutest dog. Cute. I'll send you a picture.
I know you did.
There he is. Right here. He's so cute. But oh God. I love / hate him.
Right.
Anyways, that's the day. And this took about a couple hours. This wasn't like a one and done thing. There was a lot of like, okay, what works, what doesn't, because he got a hold of her other remotes too. And I had to write some notes because I asked her what's it going to take to not have you leave remotes where he can get them.
Right.
And she said, well, you can leave a note and I'll read it. And I was like, okay. We'll see if that works. Penny is on the prowl right now, so sorry.
I hear.
I don't know what she's barking at. So anyways, that was pretty much my week of crap. What do you got for me, Jer? Pick me up out of the depths.
So Sarah and I went to Chicago for a concert because that's what we do. It was the Bad Omens concert. Openers were President and Beartooth. President, we've been wanting to see. They're newer. They're really good. They put on a
Kind of
good show.
kind of music are there? Heavy metal,
Um,
death metal?
it's heavy-ish metal. It's almost, I don't know what their genre, I guess, is like metal, but I don't know. It's not emo metals. I mean, they kind of scream a little bit, but they sing a
Okay,
lot
sure.
mostly. It's hard to, I don't know. I'd have to look it up. I'm not good with the genres.
Did
Like
you
I feel like a lot of these genres just mesh so well together that
Yeah,
it's
they
just
do.
like,
You're right.
what do you call this now?
Yeah. Did, uh did you hear them on they don't play them on the radio, do they? Or do they?
Oh
I
yeah, they've
mean,
been on the radio.
okay. I don't
Yeah.
listen to the radio, so,
Well, I should say Sirius XM, like Octane and
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I remember my friend Brian who passed away last year, he used to have that Sirius, and
yeah,
he was obsessed with it, and,
yeah. That's all
I
we
used
have is
it is really cool,
radio
but
sucks.
yeah, radio, yeah, for the most part does suck, but we have that 89.3, the current that I've mentioned on here,
Right.
um, and that one is nice because it's all underplayed music, and it's usually
Yeah.
music that I like,
hmm
folk and alternative, so that's cool that you
Yeah.
guys got to go, so
Yeah. So Bad Omens was the opener, and they're really good. We like them a lot. And
okay.
we took Eric and BJ with us.
Okay, okay.
So those are Sarah's cousins. But
Um,
it
I
was a good
finally
time.
figured out who you were talking about when you mentioned BJ because
Yeah.
he was a
Oh,
part of
he
an
emailed you?
email chain, um,
Okay.
for something that happened with work, and I was like, "Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah,
Yep.
BJ."
I
I didn't
know.
realize you called him BJs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, his middle name is James, so his
Okay,
name is Brian
gotcha,
James, so
gotcha.
everyone just calls him BJ. But
Yeah, that makes sense.
so we did that. Um, we got home super late. My parents came down to watch the kids for us.
Nice.
So that was nice of them to give up their
How
night to
old's
come
your
down.
daughter again?
She is 12.
12, okay. You guys
She'll
thinking
be
about what
13
age
in August.
she needs to be before you can just have her watch your
So we've had her watch Emmett when we've had a concert in like where we are
Oh,
currently.
sure. Yeah.
Um, but since it's Chicago and
Yeah.
it's quite of a drive and we were going to be gone all night, I didn't want her being here alone. So
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
with her brother.
Right.
But, so they came down and watched. So that was nice of them. Then let's see, what was it? Saturday afternoon, Sarah took Annabelle to a Harry Styles, almost like a listening of his new record that he released.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you know who Harry Styles is, but he's kind of a
I've heard the name. I don't.
big deal in the music world right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I
But
figured.
my daughter's obsessed with him. He was in
Sure.
the group One Direction before they broke up.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Yep.
and so she's
Um,
obsessed with One Direction, and me and Sarah are like, they're never gonna tour again, right?
that's okay.
Together. Well,
That's
one
okay.
of the band members passed away, so they're definitely not
Yeah.
gonna do
Yeah.
that. But
I
he's really
mean,
good solo. So yeah,
cool.
they went to a listening where you could like enter a raffle and get free stuff, and they got like a free poster and like stickers
Cool.
when they got there, and obviously they bought the new album and whatever.
Sure.
But then Sunday, my wife's like, I'm taking Annabelle to Chicago because there's a pop-up store there for Harry Styles where you can buy merch.
Oh, wow.
So they went to Chicago,
Wow.
waited in line forever. She
Yeah.
said it was wrapping around multiple blocks.
Oh my
It took
God.
them forever, like 45 minutes or more, just to get inside.
Holy moly.
And then when they were leaving, the line was still all the way around, and people were like, "Is there
Wow.
anything left?" And Sarah's like, "Well, it depends on what you want, but yeah, there is some stuff left."
Yeah, all the
So
extra
then,
small
yeah,
and the XX5X.
yep. There's one
That's it.
5X and one extra small left, you guys.
Yep, that's about it. Yep,
But
that's
they're
how it
supposed to
works.
do this multiple days, so I almost wonder
Wow.
if like they only have so much merch one day, and then the
Yep,
other days, the other merch, spread it out,
I would imagine. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably how it works. But that's cool. So
So,
they were pretty much gone all day, I would imagine, for
yeah,
that. Jeez,
pretty much.
that's
They didn't go
crazy.
home until like they left at 8 o'clock because it opened at 10. They didn't get
Yeah.
home until like almost 4.
My God.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, good for
Yep.
them though. That's really cool. Your daughter's gonna remember that
Mhm.
forever. That's gonna
That's it.
be
Yeah, that was Saturday.
yeah.
The other thing was Friday night.
Oh, I see.
Sorry, getting my days
Just a
mixed up.
day off. Yeah, that's fine.
Yep. But
Yeah,
anyways.
I get it.
Anyways.
Oh, good. Oh, the listening party, was that like at a store or was it at
It was at a record store.
a record store? Cool. Okay.
Yeah, so they have usually like those kind of parties like whenever there's like a major like release that's coming out.
That's cool. That's
So
awesome.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well,
Okay.
in local news,
Local
Minnesota,
news.
it is warm.
It is wonderful today.
And I think tomorrow is the last day it's gonna be warm here. We've got tomorrow night, maybe an inch of snow. Not sure. It's supposed to
Tomorrow?
rain and then
Dang.
snow. Yeah, overnight tomorrow night. And then
Gotcha.
again on Thursday night, I think it's supposed to snow a little bit. And then over the weekend, they're watching a storm. And it's gonna be a snowstorm because
Yeah.
the weekend temps get back down into the 20s. So
Right.
we just had our lovely fake spring. And so now it's time for our third winter,
Yep.
third and final winter. But that
hope
usually
so.
stretches till early April, something like that.
Right.
But I don't care. I'm over it at this point. Let it snow. I don't really give a shit.
Yeah.
Just fix
Pretty
my
much.
furnace.
Right.
Fact about Minnesota. So I found out it's the only state to have a triple point continental divide. Water in Minnesota can flow to the Gulf of Mexico, Hudson Bay, or through the St. Lawrence Seaway. The three drainage basins meet just north of Hibbing, Minnesota. And don't ask me where that is. I didn't look. I've seen
That's
it.
all right.
I know Hibbing. I've heard of Hibbing. I've seen it.
Yeah.
You know where I hear a lot of city names is when in the summer or winter when they, the little things flash up on the TV, like thunderstorm warning. These cities are involved, and it'll be like
these
Hibbing,
counties are gonna get hit with the worst.
Hibbing, this, that. So it's like, yeah, I've heard of
Yeah.
Hibbing. I just don't know where it is.
Sure.
I've heard of pretty much every city in Minnesota, but I just
Yeah,
lot
I've
of
heard
times
of
I
a
don't-
bunch of stuff in Wisconsin. Don't
Yeah.
ask me where it is.
yeah,
It's over here,
that's right.
over here, and then maybe somewhere here.
I know,
maybe up here.
and ours were like this, so I have to be like, I am somewhere over here, and then St. Cloud's up here. Here's the.
Oh my god.
Anyways, and that's gonna look backwards because I'm staring at myself
That's
in the
alright.
mirror.
That's okay. We're okay.
How about Wisconsin? Do you? Yeah.
Things you may not know about Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Freshwater surfers know Sheboygan as the Malibu of the Midwest, and travelers come from all around the world to try their hand at the sport and to watch the pros in action. Visit during peak surf season between September and March to see the amazing athletes hang 10 for yourself.
I know Sheboygan because don't they
Sheboygan.
make sausage there? Aren't they
Yeah,
famous for sausage?
sure.
I think. I don't know. Sheboygan just sounds like a sausage. Like Sheboygan sausages. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm
I'm
pretty
sure
sure.
they do.
Yeah.
There's a lot of places that make sausage.
I
Sausage and
know.
cheese and,
Oh, I
milk.
know. On my way back, me and Madison drove
Uh,
from I think Wisconsin Dells back to Minnesota, and like we stopped at it was like Madison just had to go to the bathroom. So we ended up stopping at the biggest freaking gas station I've ever seen. And it was like a sausage factory,
okay.
literally. It was crazy. So, anyways,
Anyways.
NFL sports, NFL free agency coming up. I just saw Mike Evans went to the Niners.
Yep.
Lots of Buccaneers fans are pissed.
I mean, there was a ton of moves. I
There
couldn't
was.
believe it. My
I know.
phone was like dinging left and right.
Packers, Rashawn Gary is gone.
They've traded a lot of people.
Yeah. Rashawn Gary just happened.
Yeah.
Wait, is it going on now or is it still coming up? I don't even know.
What's that?
Free agency, has it started or is it still?
Oh, it's still going. Free agency is basically until camps start.
But they can't officially do a lot of moves till like a certain day, so I don't remember if that.
Yeah, I think pretty much today was like the opening where they
Okay.
could actually make trades and do all that kind of stuff. Because, Packers made a lot of moves. They released a lot of players. They traded a couple players. I saw a lot of Packers get signed elsewhere. Like Quay Walker, he went to the Raiders. We let go like an offensive lineman. We re-signed an offensive lineman.
Yeah.
And like you said, we traded Rashad Gary to Dallas for a 4th rounder. And at first I was like, man, that seems like not a lot for them. And he was pretty good for us for a while. But as someone was saying, like, you're going to get nothing for him. We were going to release him. So
yeah,
the fact
that's
that we
true.
got a 4th rounder, that was a win.
I know we're trying to trade Grenard because his contract's just he wants more money and all this stuff, and it's kind of a similar situation. Well, no, Grenard was really productive. The problem is he can't stay healthy.
Okay.
Gary, I heard, well, at least in the comments, one of the top comments was that he was quitting on plays or something, or he seemed like he was quitting on plays or whatever. So it was like, yeah, that makes sense. I know.
Yeah, I mean, even when I was watching him, like, he was running down a guy and I think it was the quarterback, and the quarterback was getting away. And then all of a sudden you see Parsons just from the other side of the fucking field running and catching up to him. It's like, Gary, what the hell are you doing? You could have done that if you actually ran. You got a guy that's way behind you, and then you Gary could have got it. You could have got him so quick.
I would have been
much quicker.
Throwing up everywhere. Yeah, that's true. That's what I've been hearing. So there was a Cardinals fan in the comments about the Mike Evans trade to the Niners, and he's like, just end me now. Just end my season now. And then someone goes, hey, what about when Kyler Murray takes the Vikings to the Super Bowl? And the Cardinals guy's like, enough. Okay.
Enough.
It's because it does sound like Kyler Murray's most likely coming here. I'm cautiously optimistic. I do like him. I think he can ball out. We'll just have to see how it goes, just like everything else. I was cautiously optimistic with Darnold, and he ended up having one of the best seasons ever. So,
yeah, true.
Never know. But yeah, Bears let.
Kenneth Walker the third, who was the Super Bowl MVP, he went to the Chiefs.
Oh yeah.
I think he signed a 2 or 3 year deal with them.
McDuffie from the Chiefs went to the Rams.
Yep.
Yeah, it's tough to keep track of everything. I swear, I try, and then the season starts, and the very first game, I'll be like, "What? He's playing for them now? he's playing for this team now?"
Right? Who's that guy?
What's his name from the Chiefs? The tight end. He wants to test the market or something. The guy that everybody thought would retire.
Travis Kelce?
Yeah. Apparently
no, he just resigned with them.
Oh, he did? Okay. That must have been a few days ago.
That was probably a rumor.
Yeah, probably. The Bears let Tremaine Edmonds go, and they traded away DJ Moore.
Yep, saw that.
So I hope, and they signed our crappy center we used to have that was on the Patriots. He's a good run blocker, but he's a terrible pass blocker. So I'm hoping the Bears flub it all up. Awesome. I can't take the Bears being good. I just can't. No.
So the Dolphins released Tua,
and
then they signed our backup. Backup Malik Willis to a 3-year, $67.5 million.
Good. Dude,
so good for him.
He got good. He really did. He got good, and yeah, good for him. Tua's going to. I thought the Falcons had interest in him.
Yep.
So,
yep. They signed him
because they let Cousins go.
Yeah.
Some people wanted Cousins back, and I'm like, I mean, if it happens, I'll be like, yay.
He just seems like his arm strength isn't there anymore.
Yeah. He's getting up there in age too. So, MLB, it's still spring training, right? MLB.
Yep.
Buxton got hurt in the frickin' USA game. What's it called? The World Games or the World?
Oh yeah.
Buxton got smacked with a pitch right in his fucking hand, but apparently he's going to be okay. All Twins fans are about to hang themselves because everybody is already hurt and it's not even started yet.
Everyone's going to hang themselves.
I probably shouldn't say that.
No, probably not.
Yeah, but still spring training.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really have anything exciting for the Brewers other than, there's a lot of Brewers playing in the how's it called? The
game that I was just talking about, the USA. Yeah, I know.
It's not USA, it's like the World.
Yeah, it's the World thing, but they're playing for USA.
Well, a lot of them are Puerto Rican.
Yeah, I know.
Or not Puerto Rican, but Venezuela. A bunch of them are from. And
we were watching at my sister's. We were watching because, of course, John had to have it on, and we were watching USA against Brazil, and we were just absolutely smoking it. It was not fair. It was not fair. We had Aaron Judge, one of the Brewers. It was like the 3 in a row that we had was just not fair at all.
Yeah,
it was insane.
World Baseball Classic.
Yeah. There you go, World Baseball Classic. Yeah, it was fun to see them all on the same team and stuff, and there's a few Brewers that my nephew got super excited for. He's like, Uncle Gary, do you know who that is? I'm like, nah.
No.
I'm happy for you. I only knew who Aaron Judge and Byron Buxton were. Everybody else, I may have heard their name somewhere, but
that sounds familiar. But I don't know.
Shohei is playing for his home country. Yeah. So
right.
Shohei. I don't know.
Yeah. Shohei.
Yeah. Entertainment news: Britney Spears arrested for DUI. DUI. I don't know what.
Before that. Sorry.
Yep. No, that's okay.
Former Green Bay Packer president and CEO Bob Harlan passed away Thursday, March 5th, following a brief illness. Harlan was 89.
89. Rest
Oh,
in peace.
Packer sadness.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Bad. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm depressed now. So
R.I.P. Well, bring it back with that Britney Spears.
Okay, so anyways, Britney Spears. She's totally drunk and stupid. No.
Again?
I mean, she had plenty of time to, everybody was like, oh, dude, everybody treated her bad back then. And they did.
Yeah.
Everybody did treat her terrible back when she was first become famous. And she was a Disney star and her parents suck and all that stuff. But God, she's gotten crazy. I don't.
I think she's been a little crazy. I think it's gotten way worse over the years. And she's definitely not getting the proper mental health treatment that she needs. And I've seen her Instagram, and for the most part, I'm like, she's just doing her thing. Like, all these people are bashing her, and I'm like, just let her do her thing. But I mean, if she's starting to hurt herself or others, like, she could have hurt somebody being behind the wheel
or
drunk,
whatever it was. But that's the thing is, and I feel this way about Corey Feldman too, because a lot of people will say, well, he's not right. He needs help. And it's like, but these guys, they have so much money and they're choosing not to help themselves. And it's like, after a while, I get it when you're like in your early 20s, you think you're going to live forever anyway. But when you're her age or Corey Feldman's age, come on, snap out of it. Let's go see a shrink.
But if you're too far gone, you don't. I don't think you really understand that you do need help. You don't believe it.
I mean, especially if you're surrounding yourself.
I've never been in that state of mind, so I can't really relate.
Well, especially if you're surrounding yourself with yes men all the time that are just constantly saying no, you're not crazy. You're the best. That's Corey Feldman right now. Like nobody will tell him that he sucks at what he does. I mean, the crowd tries to, but he thinks they're
what do you mean? He sounds amazing. And those guitar riffs?
Oh, man. Best. One of my favorite pastimes is watching him on stage. It makes me laugh. I can't feel bad for him anymore. I just can't. He's just, God. Anyways. So, and then Christina Applegate, who, by the way, has really had a bad, last 5-10 years with, because she's got multiple sclerosis, I think it is, MS.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's got, I think it's MS that she has. She's been battling her illness for quite a while. I feel really bad for her. Whatever it is, I can't remember what it is, but she's putting up with a lot of shit. Anyways, she recently said that the pay offer when she did Anchorman was offensive. I don't know what offensive is. I don't know what the number is. Apparently, Will Ferrell and Adam McKay paid her more from their salaries.
That's nice.
Offset the shittiness.
That's really I feel cool. Like Will Ferrell would be an awesome guy just to hang out with.
Yeah, he would. He really would. I get that sense too. There's a good, I wouldn't say handful. I think there's more than a handful of celebrities who are
great. Sure. I'm just saying, like with him, I've heard so many stories about how awesome he is, and
yeah, absolutely.
She has MS.
Okay, yep, MS, yep. Will Ferrell's the reason that Chevy Chase got banned from SNL, and that's a good thing, by the way.
Right.
Because he was mistreating the women cast members back when Will Ferrell was one of the cast members, and he spoke up for, I think it was Sherry O'Terry that Chevy Chase was just being an ass to. Yeah, so Will Ferrell went right to Lorne Michaels and was like, no. That's pretty cool.
Remember that one time you stood up against Chevy Chase? That was awesome.
That was awesome. Yeah, to Chris Farley.
Yep.
was one of my favorite SNL times,
Skits.
but also skits. Yeah, that was great. My favorite was Paul McCartney, when he had Paul McCartney on. Remember when you were in the Beatles?
You were in the Beatles? I do.
And he says, remember when you were dead? Because the Paul is dead thing that was going around, and he's was that a hoax? It's like Paul McCartney's like, well, yeah, I wasn't really dead, so
I wasn't really dead. Clearly talking to you right now.
Yeah. Was that a hoax? He had that Wisconsin accent too. I loved it.
Right.
All right. Well, I think now is as good time as any.
Time for
the main hot dish. We're
sorry, I double clicked.
I double clicked.
I did.
We're continuing our friends.
All the sound.
We're continuing our friends' top episode discussions. The top 10 from IMDb. We are on number 6 and number 5 out of the top 10. And so number 6 is the one with the blackout. Season 1, episode 7, Chandler gets stuck in an ATM vestibule with a model while the rest of the gang hangs out during a citywide power outage.
Blackout.
So let's get into it. Basically, it starts out, Rachel is introducing Phoebe, because this is an early episode, you can tell, because
season 1.
She's still playing at Central Perk. And she's the funniest part about it is she kind of says that this song is very important to her and everything. She strikes one chord.
It's a moment when you suddenly realize what life is all about.
Yes. And then she strikes one chord and the lights go out. And she goes, okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
So this is kind of the setup for pretty much the rest of the episode. Meanwhile, Chandler is in an ATM vestibule. Those that don't know what an ATM vestibule is, all banks back in the day. They might not be like this anymore. I don't really go to a bank anymore. But they used to have, the very first part when you first go in was just its own room with the ATMs there in case the bank was closed. You could still go in and get your money if you needed some. And then past that was the actual bank. So Chandler's in the ATM vestibule. The bank's obviously closed, but he's in there after hours doing whatever. And he gets locked in. And because the electricity went out. Yep. And he realizes he's locked in there with Jill Goodacre, which popular model back in this would have been the mid 90s. So she's beautiful. She's talking on the phone to, I'm guessing her mom. I think it's her mother. And she says, no, I'm fine. And she says, no, I'm not alone. And she says, I don't know, some guy, as she looks at Chandler, and Chandler's like, ooh, some guy. So he's got an inner monologue for most of this episode. And he's thinking about everything he thinks about. He's doing like the motions. Ooh, I'm some guy. Chandler or was it Jill saw you over with that guy last night. He was some guy. And then he's doing this dance and he like kind of goes close to her and then he kind of just like realizes that he's being stupid. Dances away
she's
from
like
her.
Looking
she's
at
looking
him
at like okay, weirdo.
Creeper.
Yeah. Seriously. Cuts to Monica and Rachel's place, and Joey walks in with some menorah candles lit, because obviously they're lighting candles all over the place to keep the light.
Yep.
And that's when Ross says, and officiating at tonight's blackout is Rabbi Tribbiani. Then a little bit after that, that's when Phoebe notices something out the window. It's ugly naked guy.
Ugly naked guy lighting a bunch of candles.
Yes. And they watch, and then all at the same time go, ooh.
That had to hurt.
Yeah, that had to hurt. He must have spilled some wax.
That would hurt.
Cut back to Chandler.
Yep.
He is doing his inner monologue again and trying to figure out how to interact with Jill Goodacre, and he's telling himself, "Oh, maybe you should smile. Let's try smiling." And he smiles. She smiles back.
Yep.
Pretty okay, but he keeps smiling. Yeah. She's
smiling like an idiot.
Yeah, she gets weirded out, and he tells himself, "Stop smiling.
Stop smiling."
This is when she asks Chandler, "Do you want to call somebody?" Because this is back in the day when not everybody had cell phones. She has a cell phone. She's rich,
right?
So
she got the money.
Yeah, so she gives the phone to Chandler, and he calls Monica, and Chandler's trying to explain the situation, but he doesn't want Jill freaking out that he knows who she is. So he starts telling her that now what he's saying is, I'm trapped in an ATM vestibule with Jill Goodacre, but he says it.
I'm trapped in an ATM vestibule with Jill Goodacre. And she says, what?
And he says it.
I have no idea what you just said. Put Joey on the phone.
Yeah. So Joey gets on the phone and he does the same thing.
And
this time, Joey fucking knows exactly what he says. He's trapped in an ATM vestibule with Jill Goodacre. And then of course, he's Joey, so he thinks he needs to disguise his fucking voice too. So he starts going back into the phone. Hey, Chandler. I don't even know. Does it even say
no,
it says anything?
No,
yeah, I didn't think so. Well,
I looked it up and there was nothing.
Yeah, so pretty much we're supposed to kind of get something.
Imagine what he said.
Yeah, and Chandler says, "Oh yeah, like that thought hadn't crossed my mind."
Right.
Oh, by the way, I missed the part when she asks him if he wants to call anybody. He says, "Yeah, like 50 guys I went to high school with."
300.
Oh, 300?
Yeah, about 300 guys I went to high school with. Yeah. Hey. Thanks.
Holy moly. Holy moly.
That is a lot of people you want to tell.
So then it cuts back to Monica's apartment. They are going back and forth with each other, talking about the weirdest place you've ever done it. I think Monica, what does Monica say? She what's her
on a pool
place?
table.
On a pool table. Ross.
And Ross says, we don't get to Ross my yet. Sister.
Yep, but we don't. And then who else answers? Joey. He says the library, and Monica says, "Oh my God, what were you doing?
What were you doing in a library?"
That's a great line. And then I think Ross answers next, and he says that him and Carol did it on the Small World ride because it broke down.
Yep.
And they were asked to never come back to the Magic Kingdom again.
Back again.
That leaves. Phoebe. Yes,
the Phoebe's best one.
Yeah, Phoebe says, Milwaukee. What?
Wisconsin, baby.
Such a weird place to do it in.
Right?
Oh, it's so weird. Yeah, I love that. That was great. And then of course Rachel, the foot of the bed.
Yeah, the foot of the bed.
She's
well, first she said, "Oh, I went already," and they were like, "No, you didn't."
Oh yeah. I think that part gets cut out in the
Drink the water.
I don't have any water in me. I think that part gets cut out in the HBO Max version. Or maybe it didn't. I just didn't notice it. But yeah, you're right. They do say that.
Yep.
She says, I already went.
Yeah.
The foot of the bed.
The weirdest place would have to be, the foot of the bed.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, step back. We have a winner. Jeez. So, anyways, it cuts a little further ahead, and Ross and Rachel are discussing passion. He's talking about how he sees passion in her life. They're kind of going back and forth about, because she thinks, oh, I'm never going to find love. Because I think she had already at this point, she left Barry, and all that crap. And she was just, venting to Ross, and Ross is of course interested in her. So he's trying to tell her, I see a big passion for you, and she, likes what he says, and she kind of rubs his head a little bit.
Rubs his hair. Thanks, Ross.
Yep. And Joey says, never going to happen, because Rachel walks away. And Ross is like, what? What are you talking about? Didn't you see the thing she did with my hair? And that was what does he say? A tousle? Tousle? Yeah. Yeah. It's not rubbing, not touching. He says a tousle. And Ross says, well, I'm waiting for the right moment, And Joey's like, how about now? The moonlight, the candles, the wine.
Well, he said he's in the friend zone right now.
Oh, yeah. He tells him you're in the friend
zone.
Yep.
And Ross is like, no, I'm not in the zone.
Yeah.
Ross, you are the mayor of the zone.
You're the mayor of the zone. And Rachel walks back over to them, and they start, because they're talking about her, and she's like, what are we shushing about? And Ross is like, but don't you hear that?
We're trying to hear something.
We're trying to hear something. Don't you hear that? And she kind of goes, oh. And they're like, yeah. But they look, Joey and Ross look at each other like,
Joey walks away. Joey's like, I'm out of here.
I'm out of here. Yeah. This is so stupid. Meanwhile, Chandler is we're back with Chandler and Jill Goodacre, and Chandler Jill offers Chandler some gum. And he goes,
"You said sugarless?"
Is it sugar?
And
she says no, and he says, oh, then no. Then he gives himself a bunch of shit, and he says,
then no thanks. What the hell was that?
Yeah, what the hell was that? If Jill offers you gum, take the gum.
You take it. If she offers you a make-old animal carcass, you take it.
That's right. Cut back to the Monica and Chandler, Monica.
Not yet. You're ahead of
I know.
things.
We're jumping around, so it's hard.
I know.
Phoebe is singing now about the blackout. Would you happen to have the lyrics, Jer?
I do. New York City has no power, and the milk is getting sour. But to me, it's not scary, because I stay away from dairy. La, 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 la. And then she writes it down.
Yep, she writes it down. Great line, yes. So Ross goes outside to talk to Rachel. Monica's about to go out there, and Joey's like, no, you can't go out there. And she's like, why not? And he's like, because of the reason. She's like, which is?
I can't tell you.
I can't tell you. Ross is planning your surprise birthday party. That's when Phoebe loses it and starts freaking out that she's the last to know about everything. And they're like, no, you're not. This is my favorite part of her. Yaha. She does this like, yaha. Like she just like loses it. She's like, I was the last to know about this. I was the last to know about when Monica, when you had that crush on Joey. And Joey's like, what?
What?
Phoebe's like, ooh, looks like I was the second to the last.
I was last to know when Chandler got bitten by a peacock at the zoo.
What?
Like, why would anyone care about that?
Right. Yeah. So it's very important.
Right.
So meanwhile, Ross is out with Rachel, and Ross is about to ask her out, and she cuts him off and starts going, oh, and he's like, yeah. I mean, I know. Doesn't realize there is a cat behind him, and it pounces right on him onto his shoulder.
Right on him.
Oh, this is great.
Bless you.
This is great. Thanks. I love being sick. Jumps on Ross, and then the kids, cuts back inside while Ross is fighting the cat. They're all singing.
He's like,
they're singing some kind of hymn too.
On top of the world, looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the wonders I've found ever since.
Looking down on creation, and they're having a blast as Ross is getting mangled by a cat. Now we go back to Chandler, and he changes his mind about the gum. And what is it he says?
On second thought, gum would be perfection.
So
gum would be perfection?
Yeah, berating himself in his inner monologue, and gum would be perfection. Gum could be nice, gum could be good, but no, for you, it's perfection.
I loathe myself.
So now we're back to Monica and Rachel's apartment again, except we're out in the hallway trying to find the owner of the cat. Of course, before they go out there, Ross suggests just throwing it out.
Just putting it out in the hallway.
Putting it out in the fucking hallway and letting people trample it. She says, what if someone tramples it? It's dark out. And he's like, okay. Like, fuck you, Ross. God. Of course, he did get mangled a little bit, but
he did.
So they're trying to find the cat. They are.
Well, no, they're trying to find out who the owner of the cat is.
Owner of the cat is. You remember what the cat's name is? Oh, well, you have the transcript in front of you. Tootie.
Yeah, Tootie, as Phoebe called her.
Yeah. So they're trying to find the cat owner. They knock on Mr. Heckle's door, and of course he immediately says, "Yeah, that's my cat." What?
No, before that door, the best line. They stop at a door, and Phoebe goes, "Oh no, the Mendells, they hate all living things."
Oh, that's right. Oh my God. Like little subtle things like that I completely forget about. That's so they hate all living things.
And then they go to Mr.
Heckles. He right away says, "Yeah, that's my cat."
Yeah, that's my cat.
And like, well, he seems to hate you. Are you sure? And he's like, "Yeah,
give me my cat.
Give me my cat." Oh, really? What's his name? Bob Buttons.
Buttons. Bob Buttons.
Bob Buttons.
Yeah, here, Bob Buttons.
And it freaks out and runs away from him. And Phoebe says, "You should be ashamed of yourself.
You're a very bad man."
Yeah, you're a very bad man. And what does he say before he shuts the door?
You owe me a cat. That is hilarious.
You owe me a cat.
And he says it in such a straight face to
Yeah.
it. You owe me a cat.
You owe me a cat.
And then closes the door.
The cat runs away. Rachel follows where she thinks it went and comes up to what if it is Paulo. Paulo's legs goes up and sees that he's an Italian man, very fit, sexy.
Italian man.
Yeah, holding the cat. And she says, wow, so hard that it blows the candle out. Let's see. So Rachel brings Paulo to Monica's. And of course, she's introducing him and everybody's fawning over. Oh, all the women are fawning over him.
Right.
Ross fucking hates him right away. Yeah, doesn't he say something like, oh, where did he just suddenly appear into our lives? He's like all pissed.
Well, the cat turned out to be Paulo's cat.
Is that the part? Is that where Monica says hi to him like 5 times as she's like introducing him to everybody? She's like, that's Phoebe, and Monica's like, hi.
Yep. She's like, hi. Yeah. Rachel's like, and that's Ross, and Monica says hi.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So now Paulo is in Monica and Rachel's. So we cut to Chandler. He tells himself to blow a bubble with his gum. It'll be childish. It'll be cute. It'll be boyish.
It would be boyish charm.
Yeah, boyish charm.
It's impish, he says.
Impish, yeah.
Here we go.
He sticks his tongue out with it and just... It's like, what are you doing? Spits it out and goes to put it back in his mouth and realizes that he put the wrong piece of gum in his mouth. It was somebody else's.
When he does that, I'm just in my head thinking, obviously those are all his gum. But to do that, I would just puke.
I would do. I would throw up. That is so disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting. So he starts choking because he realizes that it's not his gum. And his inner monologue's still going. He's like, no, you're choking.
No, you're choking.
Jill Goodacre knows the Heimlich maneuver and applies it to Chandler immediately. And it comes right out. And he says, that was, and she says,
perfection.
Yes. I think that's really cute. That's really cool. Meanwhile, Paulo is speaking Italian to the women, and Ross is over with Joey and getting pissed and mocking him. Rachel is falling for him, and Ross is pissed. So he goes to try to talk. I was getting a thing. Yeah, you're going to have to cut this out. I was getting a trying to reconnect.
Oh.
That's weird.
Really?
Yeah.
Still going fine over here.
Sorry. So Ross goes to talk to Paulo and says, he tries to explain to him that Rachel and I are a thing, if you get in and Paulo goes, bed?
Yeah,
no,
bed?
That's not where I was going.
No.
Not where I was going with that. If you get in the way, I will be sad. And she's, oh, yeah, I understand, or whatever. And then Ross asked, do you speak some English? She said, a little bit. And he says, well, do you know the word crap weasel?
No.
Nah. Oh. Well, you are a huge crap
weasel. And then he whacks him.
He whacks him. And they hug.
Yep.
God. Meanwhile, Chandler and Jill now are playing with the pens that are attached to the
They're hitting it off and playing a game to pass the time.
Yep, hitting it off. She's showing him how to do this cool thing with the pen. He sucks at it.
He whips it.
Whips it, yep. Now we go back over to Monica and Rachel's, and the last candle is about to burn out, and Phoebe is counting it down, but of course she has no idea how long it's going to take, so she goes into the negatives.
Negative 46, negative 47, negative 48.
So who blows it out? Is it
it just Joey? Says someone blows it out, and the room gets completely dark.
Yep, goes completely dark. They start doing their
thank you.
Yeah, thank you. They start doing their evil laughs because it's so spooky.
Laughs.
So, and then Ross says, "I have the definitive one." And the lights come on, and right in front of them, Paulo and Rachel are making out.
Or Ross.
And Ross says, "Oh," does his usual. And then right after that happens, Joey just walks right up to Ross and goes, "Hey, I forgot to tell you, you got to throw a party for Monica."
Hey, Ross, this probably isn't the best time to bring it up, but you're going to have to throw a party for Monica.
Yeah, you're going to have to throw a party for Monica. Chandler and Jill say their goodbyes. She said she had a great blackout with him.
Mm-hmm.
He goes against the glass. He's like, "Oh,
she gave him a kiss on the cheek first."
Oh yeah, she did. And then she left, and he goes against the glass. He's all sad, or she's just had a great time. Especially, he just can't believe it. So he turns to the security camera and says, "I'm account number." Oh, why don't you read it?
Hi, I'm account number 7143457, and I don't know if you guys got any of that, but I would like a copy of that tape.
That is so good. Oh
End
my god.
Scene.
End scene and credits. Now, I will say this probably isn't up there for me in terms of one of my favorites, but most of that is because it happens in season 1. I don't have a lot of favorite things from season 1 because it was so new, and that some of the characters don't quite act like they do later.
Sure.
I don't know. There's still some really funny parts in there, though. It's so funny.
I mean, it's the highest rated of season 1.
Season 1's, yeah.
Yeah.
It is a really good episode. It's
yeah.
Yeah.
So some trivia from this episode.
Okay.
This is Matthew Perry's favorite episode.
Oh, I love it.
Many of the cast members also, this is their favorite episode. Now, I don't know if it's of season 1 or all together.
Of all,
but yeah. So the blackout in this episode is a result of an event in the Mad About You episode, Pandora's Box.
That's right.
So where Jamie causes a citywide power blackout in New York City, the effects of the blackout are seen in this episode of Friends and in the episode of The Birthday in the Big House of a short-lived NBC sitcom, Mad Men of the People. All 3 episodes originally aired during the event of November 3rd, 1994, alongside a Seinfeld episode, which did not incorporate the blackout.
Okay.
Boo, Seinfeld,
boo. Boo. Yeah.
So it's kind of cool that they kind of linked it.
Yeah. So Mad About You used to do a few things like that. They also had Ursula.
Yeah.
She was a Mad About You character, and then that is really cool. I have heard that before, but I completely forgot about that. So that's pretty cool that they did that for this.
Yep. So this is the first appearance of Mr. Heckles.
Oh, okay.
This is also, where was it? This is the first appearance of Phoebe playing at Central Perk.
Okay. Oh, that's why she was being introduced the way she was.
Yep. Paulo's lines in this episode translate into the following. When he introduces himself to the guys, he says, "Hi guys, I just moved in and I live in the floor below this, so I guess we'll see quite a lot of each other." When Rachel introduces Paulo to Phoebe, you're gorgeous too. If you're all this beautiful, I'll move right here.
That's when she says, "You betcha."
Yeah. When he's serenading Rachel, look at the moon, look at the stars, look at everything that's beautiful. So that's kind of cool that they translate what he said.
Blah, 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 blah. That's awesome.
Let's see. Actually, Ross or David Schwimmer is actually allergic to cats.
Oh, okay. Wow. Good for him for pulling through that one. He probably had to take some Benadryl for those scenes.
Trying to see if
I'm sure the one outside when he was fighting, it was not a real cat.
Right. I think. Yeah, the rest of them are kind of lame.
Lame. Nice. Very nice.
Oh, okay. This is a good one. This episode is only one of 3 to feature a scene shared between just Monica, Phoebe, and Joey. So throughout, so it's this one, the one with Phoebe's ex-partner, season 3, episode 14, and the one with the red sweater, season 8, episode 2.
Okay.
So that's interesting.
Huh?
That just those 3 shared a scene. Those are the only episodes.
That's crazy. That is crazy. Okay. Well, shall we move on to...
Yes, we shall.
The one where no one's ready. This is absolutely in my top, one of my top episodes. I think it's a lot of people's favorite. Season 3, episode 2, a real-time episode focusing on the gang getting ready for a museum gala, showcasing Chandler and Joey's fight over a chair. All right, let's just get into the episode here. So, right away, Joey is over at Monica and Rachel's, and Chandler's sitting at the kitchen table. And Joey asks Chandler if he wants something to drink, glass of cider. Or no, he goes, he takes it and he says, "Well, what's in this?" And Chandler says, "I don't know, taste it." He puts a little bit in his mouth and goes, "Yep, it's fat. I drank fat." Chandler says, "Yep, I just did that about 45 minutes ago." Right away, Ross comes in, says, "Why aren't you guys dressed?" And they're like, "Relax, it doesn't take us that long, to get dressed and everything." Rachel comes over and sees Ross all dressed in his tux, and she's like, "Look at you, all sexy." And he just, because by now Rachel and Ross are dating.
Yep.
Joey then, while Ross is trying to talk to Rachel, Joey says, "Hey, Ross, want some cider?" Ross says, No, thanks. Ross says, "So are you going to be ready soon? How long is it going to take you to be ready?" Rachel says, 6 or 7 minutes once I figure out what I'm wearing.
6, 7.
6, 7. Take a drink. So Rachel goes to the bedroom and Ross looks over to Joey and Joey's still got the glass. So he says, "Glass of fat?" So then Ross is sitting with Joey Joey's in the chair, Ross is in the couch, and Ross says he's nervous about his speech, and Joey, Ross is like, "Do you want to hear it?" And Joey's like, "Well, am I in it?" And Ross says, "Uh-huh. Yeah, after I thank the museum, for their donation, I sing a song about the wonder that is Joey." Meanwhile, Phoebe walks into the apartment and she's ready. She looks gorgeous. She's got her dress on. Ross is super happy. He's like, "Phoebe, see, this is someone who's ready. You are my star." And she says, "Well, you're my lucky penny."
A lucky penny.
You're lucky penny. This is when it starts. Chandler comes out of the bathroom. He's holding a Cosmopolitan magazine. And he says, I just took the quiz and it turns out I do put my career before men. Goes over to Joey, who's sitting in the chair, and says, Joey, get up. And he's like, what? Get up. Why do I need to get up? Well, that's my seat. How is this your seat? Because I was sitting there. And so that's my seat. Well, the last place here, how is this your seat? Well, it's not like I went to Spain. I was sitting there last. So that's my seat. Well, actually, the last place you were sitting was in there, and pointed to the bathroom. So Ross says, you know what? You both have to get dressed. So why does it matter? You both have to get dressed before the big vein in my head pops. I've said that before. I've literally said for the big vein in my head pops. Then Monica comes in. She obviously went to the grocery store. She's got a few bags in her hand. She's, Ross, right away, change. She says, I just got in. He goes, I don't care. It starts at 8. We can't be late. Phoebe says, we would not want to wait. Fucking sounds like a Dr. Seuss rhyme. This is when Monica realizes the glass of fat's sitting there, and she's like, has someone been drinking my fat? Meanwhile, Rachel is humming and hawing about her outfit, talking about, I don't know what, this dress. Have you seen my dress that goes with the, I didn't write a lot of this down because holy crap. I have been in this situation before, and it just, those words just go blah, 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 blah in my head. I can't with that. And that's why I love this episode so much. It's so relatable. Yeah. Right. So this is when Chandler goes up to Joey and he says, so I wrote a song today. It's called Get Up.
Go Get Up.
Joey says, okay. He's like, really? And then that's when Joey shows him, oh, will you look at that? My fingers are crossed. Ross, did you notice Ross is laughing with him? Like, it's a good one, Joe. Right. So Monica plays her messages, and the first message is Phoebe. She says, hey, I'm just leaving my place. Hey, what if I'm there already when you play this message? And she's sitting on the couch. Isn't that spooky? Then it's Ross. Ross had left a message. Rach, are you there? Pick up. Rachel. This causes Rachel to come out of the bathroom or the bedroom and go, what? Nope. What? And instead of explaining what happened, Ross just goes, never mind. I feel him there. I feel him throughout this episode, but I really feel him there. Where you're just like, should I explain what the hell? No, that's going to take way too long. It's just never mind. It's almost like dealing with, when I deal with my mom with some of her things. It's like, I'm not going to explain all this to her. I'm just going to say it. Okay, so the next message is Richard. And there is a double beep. And I do believe that means it's old, that she's already listened to it. Anyways, doesn't matter. He says, hey, Monica, it's Richard. Call me. That's it. Monica is freaking out now because she had just broken up with him. I think the episode before this. Or no, she was getting over him the episode before this. She broke up with him at the end of season 2. Right. Monica's like, is that message old or new? And nobody answers. Old or new? Ross is like, it's old. Did you hear the double beep? That means it's old. And she's like, but what if it's new? And Ross says, listen, when Carol and I broke up, I went through the same thing. And you know what I did? I got dressed. And of course she goes over to her bedroom, whatever. Chandler sticks his hand. This is where Chandler starts sticking his hand in front of Joey's face. He's like, if you're not going to move, I'm just going to put my hand right here. Yep. You got to say the line, though. You got to say what he says. Not touching. Can't get mad.
Oh, yes.
Not touching. Can't get mad.
Can't get mad. No.
Joey takes a little scoop of hummus and is about to fling it at Chandler, but instead of hitting Chandler, it hits Phoebe and right on her chest or on her dress. She gets pissed. Oh, you rotten boys.
You rotten boys, yeah.
So now Ross is freaking out. He's like, what gets out hummus? What gets out hummus? Monica comes out of her bedroom. Phoebe says, Monica, you know what gets out hummus. What gets out hummus? She says in reply, if it is a new message, what's he trying to say? Phoebe says, thanks, I'll try that. This is where Chandler just decides to sit on Joey's lap. He's like, I'll just sit on it anyway. And Chandler is sitting there. He's like, I am so comfortable. And Joey's like, yeah, me too. In fact, I think I might be a little too comfortable. That freaks Chandler out. So he gets up. Ross finally has had enough. He goes over to Chandler, says, listen, go change. Then when you come back, Joey will have to go change and you can have the chair. And Chandler goes, all right. But when I get back, it's Chair City. And I'm the guy who's sitting in a chair. Rachel comes out of the bedroom, sees that Phoebe's dress is ruined, and she's like, oh my God. Oh no, we gotta get, how about we, try this dress or try that or try whatever. And she's like, well, first let's get you out of the dress. Ross freaks out right away. No, not out of clothes. So Rachel takes Phoebe over to the bedroom. Meanwhile, Monica comes out and says, I called him, but it's okay. I left a breezy message. It was breezy. What if I wasn't breezy? And Phoebe says, well, how could it not be breezy? Because you're in such a breezy place. She says, so Monica says, well, I'll play you the message and you can decide if it was breezy. Chandler comes in and at this point and immediately runs to the chair, but Joey beats him. This is when Monica starts trying to play the message and the voice thing comes on the message, the answer machine, and it says, you have 2 new messages. And Joey says, wow, what a cool job. You have 2 new messages. Please pass the pie.
Please pass the pie.
Monica plays the message and she literally says at the end of it, I'm breezy. It's fucking stupid. Like, what are you doing? Breezy. That's when Joey says, well, you can't say you're breezy. That negates the breezy. Then another message plays and it's, it's a woman. That's all we know at this point. Hola, yesterday was really fun. Call me back. And Joey says, what? See, she sounded breezy. Of course, Monica's freaking out until Chandler suggests, oh, maybe it was his sisters. Maybe it was his daughters. And she's like, oh, my God, it's Michelle. It has to be Michelle, right? Okay, phew. At this point, it's starting to rain harder. Or it's starting to rain. So right. Ross is freaking out. It's going to get harder to get a cab. Rachel starts guessing what to wear some more. So Ross is like, let me go pick something. There's got to be something in here we can get. So he goes with her to the bedroom. Meanwhile, Chandler tells Joey to go get dressed so he can have the chair back. So in the words of A.A. Milne, get out of my chair, dill hole. Joey says, okay, gets up and takes the cushions with him. Chandler's like, what are you doing? I'm taking the cushions. What? You never said anything about the cushions. You just said you wanted the chair. But the cushions are the essence of the chair. That's right. I'm taking the essence.
I'm taking the essence.
That's when Joey leaves. Chandler goes, "Oh, he'll be back." And then he turns around and he's like, "Oh, there's no one in the room." At this point, Rachel comes out of the bedroom with Ross and goes, "Ross, that was a Halloween costume, unless you want me to go as Little Bo Peep." Ross says, "Well, I'm sorry. I didn't recognize it without the inflatable sheep." Rachel says, "Yeah, which, by the way, I would like back someday, Chandler." And Chandler's like, "Oh, shit." Phoebe shows off a dress to Rachel. She's like, "Oh, wouldn't I look great in this?" Well, yeah, but not for tonight. Well, of course not for tonight. Not. Oh, yeah, can you? This is when Ross, and this is when I can feel like my heart starting to race just for him. What are you doing? What are you doing to me? So Rachel says, "Okay, I'm sorry. I love you. Brings Phoebe back to the bedroom. Chandler then uses that time to explain that we used those pillows for when we went camping. And Ross says, "What are you talking about?" It's like the sheep. "Oh, well, listen, whatever you do in your time is none of my business." This is when Joey comes in and yells, "Chandler, where's my underwear?" Ross, "Well, you took his underwear? He took my essence." Well, Ross asks Joey, "Why can't you wear the underwear you have on now?" Joey says, "Because I'm not wearing underwear right now." So Ross says, "Well, then why do you have to wear underwear when you change?" And he says, "It's a rented tux. I'm not going to go commando wearing another man's fatigues." Chandler says, "Give me the cushions back. If you want your underwear back." Joey says, "Nah, you know what? You take my underwear, I'm going to do the exact opposite to you." Chandler's like, "What, are you going to show me my clothes?" Joey says, "The opposite is opposite." He leaves. Phoebe comes out of the bedroom with a huge Christmas bow over the same dress she was wearing over the hummus stain. And they're like, "Oh my God." Bow. But as soon as she turns and looks at him, they're like, "Yeah, like it's whatever." And she's like, "Well, I found this bow and I thought, all right, fine, I'll be political." And Chandler says, "What are you supporting?" She's like, "Duh, Christmas." Yeah. Now is the time when Ross checks his time and he says he can't figure out how much time he has left because
his watch is dead.
Yeah, my watch is dying. See the tail on the dinosaur? It's not moving. So he grabs Chandler's hand where he has a watch and looks at his watch. "Oh, we have 7 minutes." So Rachel now is trying to figure out what shoes to wear. She's like, "Should I wear these shoes?" "Nope, these make my ankles look fat." "How about these shoes?" "Nope, those go with." "Maybe I should try, maybe I should wear a different, Now she's, oh my God, I just can't with this. I really can't. She's just driving me nuts. And I'm not dating her. And I wish I was.
Look perfect for him.
Yeah, I understand. I know. I've kind of been in this situation before. This is when Ross loses it. "I don't know what you're trying to do to me, but get in there, get your butt back in there, and get dressed so we can go. No, I don't care if the shoes make your ankles look fat or whatever. Just get in there and change." And that's when Rachel gives the scary girlfriend answer. Okay. Okay. It's akin to when someone texts you, "Yep."
Yep.
So Monica wants to call Michelle now to match the voice she heard. She calls, and it's her, Michelle. But Michelle calls back because she apparently has caller ID. And Phoebe figures it out because she answers the phone and goes, ooh, it's Michelle. And she says she must have that caller ID thing. You should get that.
Should get that.
Sign of the times.
Right.
Monica talks to her and admits what she did, but Michelle feels uncomfortable not talking to her dad about it. So Monica hangs up and she's like, that bitch always hated me. So now she's freaking out even more. Meanwhile, Chandler, who is he talking to? I think is he talking to Ross? I don't remember, Ross or Phoebe, but he starts talking about how, it's weird. What Donald Duck, he never wears pants. But after he takes a shower, he wraps a towel around his waist. I mean, what's that all about? It is true. That's just some kind of weird ass segue to nothing.
Right.
Monica gets Michelle hangs up on Monica. That's what it is. Phoebe and Chandler run to the bedroom to stop her from calling, I think it's Richard again or something. I don't remember. Anyways, Rachel comes out of the room. She is in pajama clothes. She is not in any dress or anything. Ross is like, I know it's black tie optional, but isn't this pushing it? She says, I'm not going to go. I'm going to catch up on my correspondence. He says, well, how are you not going to go? Well, I'm not going to go. I think that'll accomplish the not going. She says, ever since he yelled at me and humiliated me, I'm not in a benefit-y kind of mood. Ross says, well, I still have to go. So is that like I'm abandoning you? I relate to this too. It's like, does that mean you're not going to be mad that I'm going to this and you're not? And she says, nope. He says, okay, I love you. And she avoids the kiss. So she's obviously pissed. Phoebe is taking the phone away from Monica in the other room. And you don't see it, but you hear Monica go, ow! And Phoebe yelling at her. And Phoebe comes out with just the handset and goes, she's just getting dressed. That's when Chandler says, is it wrong that I was totally aroused by that? Because he was in the room with him.
Right.
Joey walks in wearing all of Chandler's clothes.
The best scene ever.
Yes. Hey, I'm Chandler. Could I be wearing any more clothes?
He
says, you took my underwear and I'm wearing everything you got. Maybe if I wasn't going commando. He says, it's hot with all this stuff on. I better not do any lunges. Yeah. Starts doing lunges. Ross yells at both of them. Says, the only reason I was going was because, the only person I cared about going was Rachel, and she's not going anymore. And Ross starts to apologize to Rachel again. He says, what can I do to show you that, I want you to go still? And Joey says, well, you could drink the fat.
I'm not going to drink the fat.
Ross says, welcome to an adult conversation. Rachel says, yeah, you could drink the fat. Joey says, yay. So Ross picks up the fat, says, just a vanilla milkshake with chicken bits floating in it.
Chicken bits floating. Gross.
He says, cheers. And he's about to drink it. She stops him, says, you were going to drink the fat. He's like, well, yeah. Meanwhile, Joey says, let's see what else he'll do. Ross says, well, how about instead you guys get dressed, everybody be down there in 5 minutes, blah, blah, blah. Monica breaks into Richard's answering machine to erase her message. She deletes the outgoing message instead and leaves a new one where she talks about what she did and maybe she's getting her period or something. So Monica figures out that it says the new outgoing message has been, whatever. And she's like, oh no. She's like, well, maybe the phone company can change the message or maybe they'll change his number. And Phoebe's like, I think after this, he'll be doing that himself.
Right.
No. Rachel.
No.
Yeah. No. She does that in the other episode too, where they lose the apartment.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Rachel looks amazing.
Of course.
She has 5 seconds to spare, so they take 7 seconds to kiss, and she says,
kiss.
Oh, that was more like 7 seconds. So he's like, so we're a little late. Rachel says, oh, by the way, I'm going commando too. In the outro, a man sits next to Ross at the museum gala and to discuss his speech. Chandler says, "Excuse me, you're sitting in my seat." "What do you mean your seat?" "I was sitting there and I never left the room." "But you left the chair area." And Chandler says, "That's it. Give me your underwear."
Give me your underwear.
God.
This is a good episode.
Great episode. It's one of my favorites. They don't they don't leave the room at all. I mean, it's all in Chandler. Ross.
Yep.
Oh my God,
no, Monica. In Rachel's apartment.
Yes. Except for the very outro thing they do with the gala, but that's you know, it's really cool how if you notice in the background how people are changing rooms and everything, it's really well done. So, anyways, go ahead.
So, playing off of that, this is a bottle episode. An episode where an episode with limited cast and sets produced due to limited budget. The majority of the episode takes place in the girl's apartment, save for a quick scene during the end credits, as you said, with only the main cast appearing for most of it, except for the scene during the credits and some voices heard on the phone and answering machine. Everything took place in the apartment.
Yeah.
This is the only episode of the series that takes place in real time.
Oh yeah, that's true too. It's real time. Yeah.
In Monica's second message to Richard, she says that maybe she's getting her period. This is a nod to Courtney Cox's commercial work before Friends, 1994, when she was the first person to say period on national TV while appearing in a tampon commercial.
Really? Oh my God. That's crazy.
This is the 50th episode of the series.
Okay.
Let's see. At the end, Ross is telling a story and mentions, no, that's not. What? No, that has nothing to do with this. This is like bled into something else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's really not that many.
Yeah.
Cool
it's a pretty simple episode. There's not a lot.
Yeah. Oh, here's one. Matt LeBlanc revealed in an interview that this episode's studio audience was comprised of contest winners of the tie-in advertisement campaign with Diet Coke, flown in from all over the U.S. He dislocated his shoulder during the scene where Joey and Chandler physically jump towards the lounge chair. They fight through the duration of the episode, and due to his injury, production was shut down for the day. Subsequently, the winning audience members were sent home and then once again flown in as the studio audience for another episode.
Holy cow. That's insane. I wonder if that's why he wore all those clothes.
Well, I think there's isn't there like an episode where he is in a sling?
Because he jumps on the bed.
Yeah.
And Chandler says, "See, that's what happens when you jump." Because obviously you think he's doing somebody at first. Right. And that episode, he's in a sling because of that. Yep. Yeah. That's funny. Probably the next episode after that or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Very good episode. Very good.
Very good.
So before we sign off, I would like to thank our listeners on Spotify and our viewers on YouTube for your support, and thanks for tuning in.
If you loved today's episode, don't forget to subscribe to our podcast wherever you listen and never miss an episode. Subscribe to our other pages and follow us on social media for more.
Until next time, I'm Jer. He is Gary, and let's remember always to stay kind to each other.